is our home. How can we let this happen? Guess it's time to increase security. Just give me the order.
Who did this?
A competitor. We know where they're based. Even have a route mapped out. We're ready to strike back. Say the word.
Roger. This is P-Squad! On station at LZ! Gaining altitude. Rescue the 2 prisoners being held in a guard post to the southwest of Ngumba Industrial Zone. The targets are civilians, 1 male, 1 female. Apparently they're specialists sent out there to investigate infectious diseases. They were frequent visitors to that devil's house at Zoyamanchul. If you recover them, we'll finally be able to get first-hand accounts of what's been going on in that place. Enemy squad is on its way to the guard post. Watch yourself.
Snake! Talk to me! Snake!
Your objective is to rescue the 2 targets. Counting on you, boss.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake?
Your objective is to rescue the 2 targets. Counting on you, boss. You need to help her.
They've come to rescue me. I was asked to show that man around here. Dangerous work. Every second.
What's going on?
That looks like the target.
So, here to save me. I was called here to transport and set up equipment at the facility.
Roger. Amazing, boss. Getting both prisoners out in that situation. Great work. Now exfiltrate. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Squad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Departing! Amazing! Mission complete! Boss, we placed the 2 targets in quarantine. They don't show signs of anything, but we'll monitor them just the same. If they had access to the Devil's House, I doubt they were sent there by some health organization. Cypher used them, and would have eliminated them eventually. But we'll protect them here. They've agreed to that. After all, we helped them out of the country as promised. The mission's complete. But boss, they've been behind the curtains at Ngumba. They examined the patients there nearly every day. They told us the patients were being made to listen to voices on tape. But the male target added something interesting. He said he doesn't know what was on the tapes because there was no English version. Of all the voices that were shoved down those people's throats, English wasn't one of them.
Boss, staying on the battlefield that long will have a negative impact on your health. Why not head back to Mother Base for a shower once in a while?
The boss is back. Let's go refuel and load up on artillery.
We're good to go, Chief.
What's the matter?
Stop this! Now!
What the fuck, you freak?
Give me a hand! Hold her still! Dismissed.
Payback for how they treated her?
Doesn't explain the others. She had every chance to kill them. Tight security on her cell. This happens a second time. There won't be a third.
Boss, about Eli.
Welcome home.
I'd heard that one product of the Les Enfants Terribles project went missing in Africa. The age would be about right. Now, I'm not saying I think it's Eli, but I want to run a genetic test all the same. Don't worry, I'll have it done without him noticing. The test may take some time, but I'll tell you as soon as we have the results. Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
objectives are to extract the child soldiers' commander and their captive, the General's number 2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbeli militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, the child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt. Reconnaissance is best conducted from high vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your eye druid. There he is, the commander. Extract him. That's the target prisoner. He's injured. Looks half-starved, too. Okay, that's the General's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss. Another group of child soldiers. No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. All right, now you just need to extract the General's number 2. High ground. Looks perfect for reconning the village. Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Nice work. Keep it up. Mission complete, and how? Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon, and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the General's number 2 instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care. Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper. Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like the spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties. But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. It'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution. But at least they'd be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice. Boss, open your iDroid. I'll explain how to quarantine staff. Boss, the target is a PF logistics officer who works as a human trafficker on the side. The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the savannah with bodyguards. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Ditati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find a route. Find a man.
Be careful down there, boss.
You made it to the Ditati abandoned village. That's where the enemy PM's coded transmission came from. There's got to be a transmitter there somewhere. It could have the info.
Usa disso!
Where are your friends?
Spit it out.
Boss, that prisoner you extracted was a civilian abducted by the target. He says the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO. He hopes that by handing over his list of buyers, they'll guarantee his safety. I don't get it. Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help?
Hands up.
Okay, subject is in.
Zulu 6. Onbekende ballon draag gezien. Ons heeft waarschijnlijk een indringer. Geef instructie. Over. CP, begrijp. Alliëren, hou wacht en punt enige indringers. Uit.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Verdachte ballon gezien. Dat is moeilijke inbreker. Moet ik onderzoek. Over. CP, begrijp. Het kan een vijandige aanval wees. Alliëren, mag er wees. Uit.
Okay, subject is in.
Iemand heeft mij geklopt. Ja, waarschijnlijk moet ik onderzoek. Over. CP, begrijp. Alliëren, hou wacht en punt enige indringers. Uit.
Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Het teken voor een indringer. Blijf waakzaam. Butter. Speak.
Where are your friends?
Hey, fella. Wat gaan aan? Spit it out.
Where are your friends?
Spit it out. Don't talk.
Tony's get...
That's Kaziba Camp. CFA are stationed there, but there's no sign of activity for now. If you can find that intel file, it could give you a lead on him.
Het staat aan toerusting hier. Moet vijandige activiteit wees. Over. Er is geen weer, begrijp. Zeg met onderzoek. Zo goed als mogelijk.
Was kann an? Talk. What is he?
Sipje. Hij is aangevallen. Mocht er waarschijnlijk aandringen, moet ik het onderzoeken. Oor. Er is Sipje, begrijp. Het kan een vijandige aanval wees. Alieneren, wakker wees. Uit.
Tommy's kidney.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Alles geht spannend, du stehst hier. Vijandige aanval in actie. Alieneren. Alle oren voor gevecht.
Boss, that's a serious injury. It won't heal on its own. You'll need to treat it with first aid.
Sipje is stil te neer. Zoek verloren vijand. Bespied laatste punt van contact. Oor. Dat is Sipje, begrijp. Wees op je uitkijk voor enige beweging. Uit. AK. Dat is Sipje. Ons zijn die fans uitgetrekt, maar contact verloren naar kruising. AK, dat is Sipje, kom in. AK, kom in. AK. AK, dat is Sipje. AK, reageer.
You gotta extract that. distracted. Don't let the clan know he's been... Roger. He's coming too. Roger that.
HK, dat zegt hij. Ons zijn die fans en getrek maar contact verloren naar kruisvuur. Vijand kan nog even nabij wegkruipen. Adviseer waakzaam mee.
This is B-Quad.
HK, dat zegt hij.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
HK, kom er. HK. HK, dat zegt hij. HK.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing. Mission complete, boss.
Our trafficker was very talkative. Guinea pigs. That's what became of his kidnapped victims. Says he got a good look at that factory at Zoya Badiabulu when he dropped off some fresh guinea pigs for them, along with our man without a face. His instincts told him to run like the rat he is. Said it wasn't worth the money. Figured he could be next. That's when he went to the NGO for help. He thought that in exchange for his buyer's list, they could set him up with a new identity someplace far away. He had an idea who he was up against, and he didn't want to take any chances. A true rat. But like us dogs, he knew when he smelled trouble. And something else. He said the specimens come from deep in the forest. We don't know what he meant by specimens just yet, but those guinea pig symptoms match what we've seen on the infected at Mother Base. Deep in the forest. Maybe there's the clue we need to beat this infection. Boss, the truth could be right around the corner.
Boss, we finally heard from one of our missing intel team members. He says he has a solid lead on the epidemic at Mother Base. Take a look at the mission details ASAP. Intel unit has gotten a lead on the epidemic that's crippling Mother Base. Problem is, our man has been captured by the PF in his operation area. He's being held at the guard post on the western end of the mine. Boss, we need you to get him out ASAP. Right now, he's our only link to the root cause of the epidemic. That's the target's predicted field of movement. It's up to you to find him. alone. Boss, cover his escape, then extract him once the coast is clear. Roger.
Their pathogen. Code Talker.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Target extraction confirmed.
All right, get in. Time to go. Gaining altitude.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Departing.
Mission complete. And the target's safe. Time to figure out what the hell is behind this epidemic. Yes, mission complete. Boss, the intel team member you extracted is gonna be okay. All thanks to your quick actions. He keeps muttering the same things over and over. About the pathogen, and the old man who knows how to treat it. Code Talker. He even told us where he is. This is our only lead, boss. Let's go meet this Code Talker. Boss, you need to make contact with Code Talker, the old man who knows what the pathogen is. We have to stop this disease that's spreading across Mother Base. Select the mission on your iDroid. Boss, make contact with the old man known as Code Talker. According to the intel team member you extracted, he knows what the epidemic is and how to treat it. You'll find him in a mansion deep in the valley beyond the forest. He's a high-value target who's probably involved with Cypher's research. This information came at a heavy price. And you convinced security on site is gonna be tight. Watch yourself out there, all right? Make contact with the target, Code Talker. And if the treatment requires it, extract him to Mother Base.
Be careful down there, boss.
Judging from security in the area, I'd expect to see a patrol by now. Missed. Have a bad feeling about this.